I was told, fuck it and just film. My TikTok. I was like, TikTok, there's one last thing I need to hear before I do this. And came across the video and it was just like, just do it. So he was on the phone to somebody and he was like, fucking end this call now and just fucking start doing it. Just talk about your life. Just be like, I'm back, bitches. So, I'm back, bitches. I'm gonna resume this in the garden. And I'm gonna have a pee and get some water first, so I'm prepared. We are almost ready. Not 100% ready, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, we are almost ready, as this is the supermoon, Saturday, I think the 15th, 16th of November. Let's do it. Made it coach outside. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. I just have to keep making sure that my phone just doesn't stop everything because I'm not redoing this. I've already done this a couple times. And now, I'm back, bitches. Doing it as me in my reality. Anywho. So, we are outside in the nature. I do have a blanket, a dressing gown, a coat, yada yada. First thing is I need to remind myself what I'm here for, what I'm doing, and like written some things down. Like, life is a dream. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you don't do, because everyone's gonna die and nobody's gonna remember it, so what's the point in mastering? That's in the like 3D realms of understanding. So moving up from that a lot more. Love, compassion, self-respect, authenticity, and inner glow. Things I want to remember. Things I want to do and focus on. There might be like small interludes, but we vibe. I'm trying to use a candle to light my cigarette. Don't smoke, because TikTok takes your videos down. I know this is going on YouTube, but maybe it's the same. My intentions, I have like some notes and then some random bits. What do I bring to the table? I bring a completely new perspective, to be perfectly honest. Like, I was vibing today. I was dancing in a tree. First time I've ever done it. Absolutely fucking vibing, loving life, and yeah, train of thought ran away, but I will see if I can like input some of that, like dancing in a tree, because originally I was just climbing the tree, and then I started stretching in the tree, and then I started dancing in the tree. It was great. It doesn't matter what you do, so it doesn't matter what I do. It's my process. It's like, we're here to experience, we're here to live. We're not here to suffer. You're not in existence right now to be in suffering. You're in existence right now to experience what existence is, and how however you view existence. It's right, it's true. Yes, you have fundamental truths. And to each to their own. Other people's fundamental truths might be true to them and not true to me. Like, this person who came up to me today, he was like, can I just talk to you for a second? He started telling me about the problem. I was like, okay. And got into the conversation about the universe. It was becoming clear to me that we had different views. And that was not an issue for me at all. And he mentioned, like, he said, you don't know what's going on in my mind. And I was like, no, I don't. But in this interaction, I get to experience, in part, what is happening in different parts of life and different parts of different people. And you get to explore and expand the same. And if you decide that you don't like what I'm doing or like what I'm saying, it's still positive for you, because you're gaining more knowledge from it. You're gaining... I don't prefer that. You know? So even in negative situations, they're still positive. They still can have a positive effect and a positive outcome. no matter what. Fucking love this. It's still a little bit coconut oily, but I love it. Just what was I to say? What am I to say? Yes, I want to create a space of authenticity. I want to create a space where people can just be who they are. I want to speak to people, and I want to show ordinary people and how, like, what it is to be. Because why the fuck not? I enjoy it. My hopes and dreams. Big, very big hopes and dreams, but I would like to free the world. Being genuinely serious, and I'm probably not going to stop until that happens, you know? Like, there's no point living with all of this passion and drive for helping people and giving people their freedom, like freedom of the mind and freedom of self, as well as freedom of all, because all is self. If you watch my TikToks, you'll understand fundamental truths. It's something I'll get into at some point. But I know if I have all this drive and passion for it, then why not use it? Why not do it? Why not take the steps as the steps unfold in front of me? Because I don't know what is 10 steps ahead. I just know this step that I'm taking right now is this. It's one thing that I'm doing. And I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't have to. I just need to follow. Yeah, I'm enjoying this right now. I enjoy talking, I enjoy teaching, and being able to share knowledge and experience with others, as well as give people a new perspective on life. And it's like, show people that the limitations that we hold aren't necessarily the limitations, because there are no limitations, you know? Well, I will actually get into the fundamental truths, because to me, the only limitation is non-existence, because non-existence, by definition, does not exist. We use a word to explain something that is not, that is never, that could never be. It is like, in a sense, like a void. Nothing can exist, nothing can go into the void. Because as soon as you put something into nothing, the equation doesn't work anymore. 1 times 1 is 1, which is fucked up in itself. I'm not getting into that, but 1 times 0 is 0. The equation is invalid because it is invalid. You are in a constant state of existence because you exist. And because you exist, you cannot not exist. Because non-existence does not exist. And I know every time I explain it, I say it in a couple different ways, a couple different times. It was really interesting. As I was moving my hand, the fire was moving. Love that. Yes, but that's because the emphasis on the understanding that non-existence doesn't exist. It can never exist. In any form or state, it is always nothing. There is no energy, no nothing. And because we're talking about that, we are putting words to it. So we're building this concept of it. So in building a concept of it, we're moving away from the point of non-existence. You know? Because as soon as you start to build a point, you're crafting it, you're creating it. As we're labeling it, we're creating it to be something. So, oh, it's my rain. Yeah. I didn't think about rain, but that's fine. If you don't try, what's the point? If you don't try and do the things that you want to do, then what's the point? There is no point of you being alive if you're not going to try do the thing that you want to do. What is the point of living to do what? To be scared while not doing. At least if you're scared, do it scared. And the fear will subside eventually. But doing it scared, at least your fear is productive. When you're thinking about it and you're so scared and you're thinking, how can that benefit you? It can't. It's only ever going to hold you back and pull you into this sense of stagnation. And when we're in the sense of stagnation, we feel like nothing's happening and we're like, what's going on? I just feel stuck. And in our perception of being stuck is, where did it go? In our stillness. When I struggle with like, I feel stagnant, like even if I'm just starting to feel stagnant, just move your body. Just move your body. Give your hips a wiggle. Just move your body in weird directions, any direction, just move. Let the energy flow. And I honestly don't understand why people don't move as much as we can, because unbeknownst to me did I know I can dance in a tree until today, and I wouldn't have known if I didn't do it. I wouldn't have enjoyed it so much if I didn't do it. To be able to enjoy something, you have to do it. You can't think about doing it. Thinking about doing it, yeah, it can bring that sense of vibration in you, and that's going to help you experience it. But once you've got that vibration, drop it. Drop. Just experience. Let the narrative go, let the thoughts go. Just stay on the vibration and focus on the steps that come as they come. Not the steps ahead. You will never know the steps ahead, because the journey is everything. The journey is such a winding, scenic route path. You're going to make pit stops, you're going to have side quests, you're going to have points where you have no idea what's going on. And you're going to have points where everything feels right, where everything just flows. And that's the best time to experience the beauty of letting go and the utter surrender of life. When we let go to who we truly are, we are in so much power, because the highest frequency that is recorded is authenticity. So when you are yourself, when you are fully yourself, you have so much power to you. You have so much power about you. You are such a powerful being. For some reason I got distracted with my head going, "Got to tell them don't smoke." I was like, I already told them don't smoke. You know. If you know, you know. You can die chasing your dreams, or you can die running away from them. And that's talking in a very 3D way, because the idea of death is just transmuting energy, because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. That is a fundamental, you exist kind of thing, because energy could be created or destroyed. We would be living in a very different world right now. You wouldn't need to burn fossil fuels, because you could just create energy. And yeah, okay. Who am I? I am all that is. Pretty much. I just got this little thing that I started writing down, and I had some questions, because when I do life coaching, it's mainly I'm asking questions so they can figure out the answers for themselves, but I can also guide along to help. So I'm helping you explore more of me through asking myself questions. Who am I? I am everything that is. I am compassion, I am respect, I'm filled with kindness, and I have such high value for all living beings, because all living beings are me. As the candle just crackled. I love moving and dancing and teaching and growing and learning and showing that life is limitless, that we are limitless, and we can experience and do anything at all, anything, What do I stand for? I mean, I pretty much answered a lot of that. Like, I stand for following your passion, being in your authenticity and being your higher self, because you're following your inner guidance system of joy. You get to live a joyful and easy life, and I want to express that and expand that throughout life. I want other people to experience what it's like to just live easy, because you can just live easy when you do the things that you want to do. And we go through this process of like, oh, I can do the thing that I need to do when I've got this. But when you do the thing that you need to do, you have everything you need. You always have everything you need. You just need to see it. You can have the perception of not having everything you need, but you are everything. So you are the limitless potential energy of the universe. You are all that is. You know? And what I hope to achieve. I hope to achieve... Oh, it's a little song I made. I want one reality with the people free in community, where we walk in symphony, in harmony with community. It goes on, but I don't think I have it written down anywhere, so I will discover more of it at points, I guess. But I just want a reality where we get to be freeing in community and we actually get to experience what life is. I want to be able to soar from great heights, and I want to be able to live a great life where I actually thrive. I don't want to live in this system and society not knowing what life is. And I want more for all of us. I want us all to experience this sense of freedom that we get when we alleviate the world's... So distracted. That was not what I was going to say, but I read, like, it says, how do you see the world? But I just looked at the world. How we perceive the world. I want to change how we perceive the world and what we perceive is possible. Because there's a lot more possible than we're taught to believe. And I want to sing a different song. I want to teach a different lesson. I want to teach the lesson of you. All I want to show you is more of you. And I want to help you help yourself. I can never do anything for you. But I can show you. I can be your puzzle piece. I can give you the knowledge you need when you need to hear it. But that's all I can do. I can show you that we are limitless. Only when you're ready will you actually perceive it. So only when you're ready, I shall show you. You know? Reminds me of a conversation I had recently, where I promised to show how limitless we are when they're ready to perceive it. Yeah. But how I see the world. I see the world as a playground, a place where we can experience love and joy, and a place where it's like, so it's a co-creation of all that is. It's just more of ourselves. It's like everything you can think of it or think about experiencing is here. It's now. I'm gonna have to turn this page. There's a bug on there and I don't want to squish the bug. Excuse me, buddy. It's time to move on. Are you stuck? I got them. We're good. Oh, they're gone. Okay. Get my hair tie. Don't be afraid of moving slowly, be afraid of standing still. Don't be afraid of slowing down, because normally when we slow down, things speed up. But when we're trying to rush, nothing's working. nothing is like getting anywhere faster the more we rush. It's like if you stare at a kettle waiting for it to finish boiling, it's not going to boil any faster. You have to slow down and enjoy the process. I'm being shown the next thing to explain, but it's just like in part. It's like the idea of slowing down. And as you're slowing down, you're releasing resistance. That's it. When you're releasing resistance, like, things can move faster. But to slow down to release the resistance that you hold so you can flow better with the current. And then the current, as it's picking up, you're experiencing, like, things moving faster. It's like I'm in a stage where I've had to slow down, like, and life's moving so fast now. Like, time is a perception, time is a concept, and time is something that we've created as humans and we perceive. It's something we have to observe for it to be, kind of thing. If you're not observing the time and you've not built in this whole sense of an inner clock to you, you experience time very differently. I've never built in this clock. I've always had no concept of time. And I've said that for a very long time. And due to that, I don't have a concept of time. And I don't, like, I can go to work, and I went to work and I was feeling really ill, and it felt like I was there for like 3 hours, but also it didn't. It's like a weird bit of time where I was like, nothing's right, nothing's working. It's like I'm being told I know I'm not supposed to be here right now, but it's having a physical impact on my body. And it's like, it got to the point where I got sent home because I was ill. And as that resistance released, things started to speed up. And as I was home, I started to feel better, but then later in the day I started to feel worse, and I was going through the flow of emotions and flow of resistance as I was having more resistance to releasing beliefs and moving past things. As I was having resistance and holding on to narratives, I was in pain. It physically hurts my body. And I know when it's bad, when my ovary starts to hurt, which has been a great teacher for me. Now I understand, and now I have the understanding of the communication, but when my ovary starts to hurt, it's a reminder that A, I'm not being in the moment. B, I know I'm not doing the right thing. I know in my soul something's wrong, and I'm not listening. And then through that I get to learn, you know? It's like if an engine is not working effectively. Say there's a blockage at some point, not in an engine, but like in a system, like, and then the system can't work effectively because there's a blockage there, and that blockage has a physical, like, representation, like a physical way of communicating that it's not working, blockage kind of thing. Water just feels so good. The greatest design of the greatest designs. No, great design is eliminating all unnecessary details. So removing all the gunk, all the shitty bits. And there's 3 quotes I have from Canva, because as you're downloading stuff, you've got a little quote that comes at the bottom, and it always sparks a thought and an interest, and I always so appreciate it. And I'm like, I need to talk about it, and never do, so I am. But a great design is eliminating all the shit. It's eliminating all the little bits. It's removing the things that no longer serve you. It's just like clearing out and cleansing and clearing, and so you can more purely be exactly who you need to be, exactly who you are. And you may physically need to clear away things that no longer serve you and release things, and emotionally you may need to clear and release. But when all of your energy is focused on one thing, you are so powerful. And that's why authenticity is so powerful, because when you are so focused on that one thing, you're just immensely powerful, you know? For some reason, I again just went to say, don't smoke. I don't know if I'm going to cut it into like TikToks as well, so it might be useful if I say it every so often. But I understand it will get extremely frustrating. Creativity takes courage. To be able to create, you have to have such discernment in yourself, and you have to have such mental focus. The bigger the thing you want to create, the more focus you need. And I have a big goal. I need so much focus, so if anything in my life is not serving me, it is not in my life. It's like, if I have friends and they are not serving me and they are not bringing me to where I need to be or helping me focus and pushing me on where I need to go, then they're not in my life. If I have, like, anything, it's like the materials I wear as well, I'm precious about. I'm precious about my body, my mind, my spirit, my soul, what I listen to. If I'm listening to a song and it is not vibrationally sound for exactly what I want to do, exactly where I want to go, I will stop listening to that song. And sometimes, like, I'm listening to, like, Lay All Your Love On Me by ABBA. Fucking banging. And because the emotion, like, the words I don't really regard, it's the emotion that I get when being able to sing something with so much nostalgia and joy. It's glorious. So that's something that benefits me. And it's like if I'm singing Rescue by Lauren something, I don't know how to say her last name, I'm having all that emotion of being able to express, and that expression that leaves me in that moment is so peaceful and so joyful. Also, I was doing my monkey ting and became Tarzan. Well, I'm always Tarzan, but first time anyone's been filming me. Well, for a positive reason, I guess. I had one person film me because they were, like, annoyed at me. Very interesting situation. That fully grown adults who act like toddlers really, really do, like, they tickle this, like, little giggly part in my brain. It's just like, what are you doing to yourself? I have seen more mature 11-year-olds than how you're acting right now, and you're, like, over 40. Stop. You know? I think alchemize any situation, because anything negative still holds enough energy to be able to push you to where you want to go. It's about how you use and transmute that energy, because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So it's all the same energy. It's just expressed in a different form. So when it's expressed in a different form, brain got sucked away by a trail of thought. Somebody was saying to me, what was it? I know it. That the universe uses the least amount of energy to do things. And I was quite curious about that train of thought. See, the thing is, I want to expand and grow and everything, but I've already I've already got an understanding of that, and that's an understanding that is one of my fundamental truths. So when somebody's coming at me with like this information, I'm like, yeah, I want to help you learn and grow, but this is what I believe. And then they're normally like, huh? Well, not normally. That guy was just like, huh? Okay. And then I was like, well, we're not supposed to be for everyone. And even when we're not for people, we are an example of what they don't want. And it's a positive outcome, even if it's a negative experience. Then he got a phone call and walked away. And I was like, fucking nice. Nice. Protect my space, protect my energy, be authentic, be nice. All of it. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Thank you, universe. You know? What I'm gonna do, because I want to, I'm gonna roll another cigarette. And I might write down some more points. But I will be back in a second because I can't let this not be here. I almost forgot the thing that I went to do. But I had a train of thought. Life is just gorgeous. Life is beautiful, and like I almost had plans today, and then I didn't have plans today, and like I had this whole like confusion this morning, and like it didn't affect me one bit. It didn't affect me one bit. Like I just vibed. I was just like, okay, that's not what's happening today then. What's happening now? And I just discovered and experienced the unknown. It was glorious. Oh. Nice. Oh, I keep slouching. Like I keep like going to get closer to the camera. You need to get closer, and then no, just no. I need to put my feet in the blanket, keep them warm, because it keeps the rest of my body a lot warmer. Because that's where your body like expels heat, so keep that one in, you know. Right, I am gonna roll my cigarette now. Life is such a crazy thing though. Life is extraordinary, and like, oh, if I could word, I know I'm like partially distracted, but I'm gonna do as much as I can while I'm recording, because I want to keep the flow, you know. Pardon me. I only use unbleached papers and Rizzlers, not Rizzlers, roaches, stitter filters, because the chemicals. Fuck that. The taste of bleached papers, like, I got new tobacco. I know tobacco's bad as it is, but I got some new tobacco and it came with papers, and I'm like, that's never getting used. They are being given to my fiance when he runs out. Or they're going in the abundance of spare ones we have. Yeah. I just don't like the chemicals in my body. I prefer this method. You know? Don't know. I'm not finished rolling, but I don't even need to smoke it right away. I just like having the option available. Because like, normally, like that one cigarette I had took me like half an hour to smoke, because I just trail of thought. I just learn, grow, expand, and explore. That's all I'm about. So in my head, like, most people, they smoke for various reasons. I just want to learn. I just want to grow. I want to understand. I want to experience what more is to life. I want to experience life. Experience limitlessness. You know? You know. Two things. I have the song I Attract Abundance in my head. Love it. Love it. It's pretty much just like, I attract abundance because I am abundance. I fucked up and then I'll do that, but we vibe. Oh no, this is gonna fuck with the recording. No, I love him so dearly though. Goodbye. I want to talk about, because like, I will hopefully stick shit together. I want to talk about, what is it called? Light spectrum. That's what I'm on about. I want to talk about the light spectrum. Like, we have a certain amount of perceivable light. So we can perceive this amount of light. Our senses can pick up this amount of things. So there's more things that our bodies can't sense. There's more things our bodies can't see. And when we talk about dark matter, couldn't it just simply be something we can't perceive? Because our field of view is so small. And when we increase our field of view and our field of knowledge, we'll be able to see what is unseen to us now. What is unknown to us now, we will understand. I don't know. My head's like reminding me, like, it doesn't matter what I say, because I'm saying something. I'm expressing what I need to express, and I'm doing what I need to do, kind of thing. So as long as I'm doing it, it's okay. Even when it feels necessarily interesting, because I'm not sure where this is going or something like that. It's an experience I get to have where I step into the unknown, and being able to craft that experience in such a safe space is wonderful. Stepping into the unknown is absolutely glorious. Like, once we get past the initial fear that the unknown is scary, because in the unknown you can only ever explore more of yourself. Fundamental truths. I don't think I've actually gone through that yet. Something I fucking talk about so much. But there are 5 fundamental truths of the universe in my perception, my knowledge. This is the same as Bashar, but this is what I find logic in, and being able to find logic in a fundamental truth means it has to be in constant action. It is a constant thing. There is no waver to it. It is a truth. It is a fact. And when we talk about gravity, it is not a fact because it is not constant. It's a perception. It's something we get to experience in a sense, but it's not something that is fundamental, you know? 5 fundamental truths. You got the all is one, the one is all, everything is here and now. The all in one and the one is all very nicely interlink. It's like as above, so below. Or the above is of the below and the below is of the above. And everything is here and now because everything you can perceive is here and now. You can have an idea of past and future, and that thing we perceive as memory. It's something we create in the moment. It's a narrative that we're holding on to. And then you have what you put out is what you get back. So the vibration you are is the vibration you experience. I know this a lot through being in different states of vibration and what I experienced due to that. And you exist. Therefore, you always exist. Because non-existence by definition doesn't exist, and everything is at a constant state of change. The last one. Everything is in a constant state of change, except the fundamentals. Like the fundamental truths of the universe. Only fundamental truths can ever be the same. So whatever pain you're going through right now, it is temporary. You know it is temporary because everything is temporary. Joy is temporary. We get to experience the passing and flowing of emotions and these waves and roller coasters of life, of different experiences. This candle is going mad. We get to experience all of this. We get to understand all of this. Got a siren in the background. The flame is literally went out of the candle. Like, the wax is down to like here. The top of the glass is there. The flame went out of it. What should I show you? You can't really see it as well. But that cat was a big boy. Big batty boy. I want to teach people that it's okay to be authentic. And to do that, I have to be authentic. So I am authentic. But also, because being authentic is a natural state of being, and authenticity is the most powerful state of being, so why wouldn't I want to be the most powerful version of myself, so I can put all of my energy into my hopes, dreams, and desires, and what I hope to achieve in this life, and this moment, how I get to experience this moment, you know? Because I'm in this stage of becoming, but we are always in the stage of becoming, and it's becoming more of ourselves, you know? I say you know a lot. I just realised that. I was about to say you know again. Where are we at? I think that needs to go. Oh, look, too much. That is all I wrote down in that notebook. But the 2 podcasts that I did make, that just not the right vibration. Gonna be real with you. Very precious about my space, what's in my vibration. I've already spoken about this. I mean, I was going to speak about visualization, and visualization for like building and engineering, as well as visualization for manifestation, and it's bringing me to explain the pure sense of manifestation. Manifestation is one of the fundamental laws. It's what you put out is what you get back. It's a fundamental truth. So when you're on a frequency, all you can perceive is that frequency, because you're not tuned in to any other frequency. You know? Nice things happen to nice people. Good things happen to good people. Negative things happen to negative people. It's like the person who always complains. They always have something to complain about. Because their minds, their bodies, their souls are addicted to this idea of stress, of suffering, of something to complain about. So it's like choose what you want to do in each and every moment, because it is like, it doesn't have an instantaneous effect, because we're in a dimension where we perceive this idea of time. Because time is not fundamental. It's a perception. So going up into higher dimensions or higher vibrational frequencies, you don't experience time because you're in a timeless state. Because going back to the root of everything is a timeless singularity of infinity. Because everything must be. And everything must be all at the same time, all in symphony, expressing and expanding, and every note and every chord has to be in perfect harmony, and it has to ring through and speak in each and every way, in each and every life, in each and every existence and form of existence and way of existence. And when we think about everything, we don't understand everything is everything. Every rock, every bug, every stone, every grain of sand, every star in the sky, everything that we can't perceive, everything that is so small that we can't see. Everything is connected through you and me, because there is no separation. Everything is in constant flow, and everything has an energy state. It has a positive, how do I put that? It is a positive energy. Like, I don't think that's how I would best describe that. Everything has a state of energy. Everything has energy to it. And everything is energy. energy is vibrational frequency. Vibrational frequency? Vibration slash frequency. Vibrational frequency also works. Anyway. Anywho. Ooh, water. I need to drink more of that. I'm starting to get a headache. I don't know if it was the singing, the dancing, the smoking, or the not drinking enough water. Well, no, I think I've drunk enough water. Maybe. I know you're supposed to like sip water, but like when I'm dehydrated, I'm just like fill that bitch up. Fill that bitch up. You know? It's got some like lemon juice and some Celtic salt in. I know Celtic salt's better when you put it in your mouth before you have the water, but at least it's got the vitamins and minerals, you know? That's what I'm going for. And it's filtered water from like a Brita filter, and like it creates, like it builds up bacteria, so salt kills bacteria, you know? Which is why salt is so good for cuts. It's like if I get a cut, I'm very much like into herbalism, and like I want to learn and grow and expand more into that. But if I get a cut on like my hand or something, I will put some salt in it, and I'll normally like use my saliva to break down the salt so it goes into the cut. And then after I've cleaned it and got any like bits out, I'll then like pack it with cayenne pepper. It's bleeding. And like so, I had a cut on my thumb, and I sliced it on a very sharp blade, like one of those like, you know, and you got like this whole guard. And my fiance was like, don't use it unless you've used the guard, you got the guard on it. And I was getting frustrated with this carrot, so I didn't. And I was like, oh, I can do one more before I get the guard. That one. It was bleeding. So I was just like packed with cayenne pepper. And then like what I do when it's not a bad cut is I like get rid of the cayenne pepper once it's worked. But it kept bleeding, so I kept packing it. And then I like shoved it so it was full. And then it stopped bleeding. I was like, okay. It feels like my body is healing. Like with the cayenne pepper in, so many people are like scared of cayenne pepper. I swear by it. Cut, cayenne pepper. Sore throat, cayenne pepper. Like, you've got bad circulation. Not bad, bad blood circulation, yeah. Cayenne pepper thins bloods and opens capillaries. So just cayenne pepper. It is a very, very good herb, and a lot has been said about it, and like I love Barbara now. I don't like the fucking shitty adverts I keep getting with like some random herbalist book, just like Barbara O'Neill's book all the time, and like I don't like that TikTok. No, thank you. I'm gonna move away from that. Oh, your environment is key. Like, imagine everyone you speak to on a day-to-day basis that you allow into your space, and anyone you speak to you're allowing into your space, just surrounding you, and the energy that is crafted and created through the coalition of all of it, like the co-creation of energies that flow through you. Imagine all these people around you. You're in the middle. They're all putting out whatever energy or whatever frequency they resonate on, and that's kind of being amalgamated into this like soup of energy that's flowing through you. So as much as you've got your little shine, you've got all this energy around you like trying to flow through you. So if you feel that with like success, imagine how powerful that is. Imagine how much you shine when you surround yourself with success. When all around you, everywhere you look is success, you become it. Everywhere you look is hatred, you become it. If everywhere you look is beautiful, you become it. Perception. It's all about perception, because what you perceive to be real is real for you. What you put out is what you get back. you are everything. So to be able to have an effect on anything, you have to understand you are that thing. You are it. Like, keep getting distracted by I'm doing really well at saying thing instead of think. Like, everything I used to say, but it's everything. The candle was like whoosh, as I said it. Your body works in cycles. Honor the cycles. Utilize the cycles. You are, like, I was informed yesterday that when you're in ovulation, making plans is more effective. It's easier to see the future. No. I don't know when it is. I'm gonna premise that I have forgotten. Because she did talk about when you're on your period might be the best time to make plans, but when you're ovulating, something else. Gone. Looks like got like the glass that has some bits moved up, and so you can't see through the glass, but you can see like bubbly bits, and you can see like bits of light coming through with some different colours, and like depending on where I'm sat, one of it looks like a butterfly. I'm like, oh, nice. Freedom. Freedom is our birthright. Freedom is who we are, because freedom of expression is what we're here to do. We're here to be free to explore everything. So whatever you deem fit to explore, that's the right thing. Like, whatever you do, that's the right thing. You're here to just go with it. See what's happening. Like, we have this idea of like life past and everything, and I understand, but I also understand like the freedom we have in that, the things that we can create and craft, and the things that we can become, and that is a part of what we have chosen to do, because whatever we feel right is the right thing, you know? It's just such a beautiful symphony. Karma and balance. I spoke about it before. Not on this podcast, but on the... Oh, shit. I almost set fire to the blanket that I'm on. Your name. It's still playing in my head. This is glorious. I'm vibing. I've realised recently that song, to the rain, watch the pour away, something, I didn't realise that bit, I didn't realise that actually said English words. I was like fucking amalgamating all of the words into like, fuck me. I was like, why does everyone think this is a vibe? I don't understand what this says. I mean, like, I'm gonna vibe with it anyway, because why not? But yeah, didn't realise it was actually English words that are being sung, and I realised I've done that with a couple of songs. Gone back, like, I think it's written in the stars. I keep thinking it's counting stars. It's one of the two. It's Sync Me to the Rhythm of the Lessons I've Learned, and I think it says something else as well on a different, like, and it like changes from both, but I'm gonna have to discover that. Not right this second though. Going back to environment, you go away from people. Like, when you're not a vibrational match for them, they move out of your life. Yeah. If you're not on the right vibrational frequency, you can't really experience it. And you have control over that. I think the best thing that I've learned is accountability. Because yeah, at first accountability, it was painful. Like to like move through and be like, I'm like when I'm sad or angry, it's like, okay, I don't want to feel this, and I'm choosing to feel this, and that's when I have the power to change it. But until I openly admit to myself that it is a choice to feel this way, can I change it? No. Because I can't fully see it, I'm not fully aware of it. So I'm not fully being that part of me, you know? I keep saying, you know, it might just be a thing I do now. My head hurts still. Hello.